Welcome to Film Study, an all American podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, listen on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Glad to have you here. Please enjoy me and Monda talking about episode 19 predictions. So we'll switch over to predictions and go ahead. What are your First of all, what were you not pleased about with this episode?
So what I was not pleased about was the fact that I was so excited, along with a lot of other people, with Liv being Jordan's best woman. Because they womb mates. She's put up with all his drama and his shenanigans. So one of the things I asked for was to either A, see him ask her to be the best woman, or B, at least see moments with them as her being the best woman. I wanted to see him being groomzilla. Did I get any of that? No. I didn't get any of that. What did I get? I get Asher taking over her best woman speech while she's over here with Layla. I didn't want to see that. I literally wanted to see her giving that toast to her brother. I wanted to see her being there in front of Spencer and Jordan. I wanted to see her talk about the love she has for her brother. But no, they didn't give us that. They didn't give us that at all. But I will say, though, I know in the spirit that Liv was there for him, because Liv was like trying to get Simone out there in 10 minutes. But when she didn't, she went in on Simone on behalf of her brother and her family. So she did her part. But I really, really wished that she had that opportunity, because that would have been beautiful to see.
It would have been beautiful to see.
It would have been beautiful to see. And it would have also mirrored the fact that Jordan had already talked about Bolivia to Liv, then Liv would have talked about Simone and him to Spencer and Jordan. I would have loved to see it, even if Liv was talking about Simone. I would have loved to see it. But
yeah, they don't. We often get, like, we've seen Spencer give a speech, we've seen Asher give a speech, we've even seen Jordan give a speech, and I mean, we get Liv in her podcast, but
right.
That is a point that the women on the show aren't necessarily given the opportunity to speak to a room full of people.
And to speak to the two of them, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
That would have been so beautiful. So NK, I'm just saying, don't give my sister just the title only. Allow her that moment.
Allow NK, her. I'm on your side.
Is on your side, NK, because y'all set Spencer up this episode. He got set up. And they did that on purpose. They was like, somebody go have something to say, and that somebody was me. So they did that on purpose.
So on to the predictions for the finale.
Yes. So there's quite a bit. We have what we do know. We know that we have Coop, Mo, and Preach.
Yeah. And Andre.
Andre, who we've seen him before, right? I think so.
Yeah, but I don't even think he's had lines. Like,
yes. So I still say that Mo is gonna set up Coop to go to jail. Not die.
I think that I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I think that the overall cliffhanger for the season will be Coop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have Carrie and Layla. We both want Carrie over
in this next episode. Please leave her in season 3. I don't think she will be left there, but I hope it. I'm hoping.
I think it's going to be. I think for some reason Layla is going to get herself caught up with Carrie, since for some reason she decided she's going to be Carrie's therapist instead of letting Carrie's mom just come.
Why? It doesn't make any sense, but they just needed to drag it out a little bit longer.
Specialness, that's your girl. Because we tried to warn her before she let that girl in her door, but she decided to let her in the door. Now she want to play therapist. That's her fault. And Liv, as some of Layla's stands, want Liv and Spencer to save her. Unfortunately, Bolivia fans, I have a feeling that there is going to be a moment that either Liv or Spencer or both are going to save Layla from Carrie in this episode. And and this is what I predict is going to happen. So please forgive me if it's right, and I'll be happy if I'm wrong.
You said, please
So
forgive me if it's right.
so I think at some point during the next episode, Liv and Spencer are going to have a conversation that mirrored uh, uh, Spencer and Layla in season 1, where Liv says we need to tell Layla the truth. Because remember, last we spoke to Layla, they were just friends. And so I think that's going to happen. And when Liv may elect to go do it by herself. And that's where she may end up saving Layla and come looking for Layla, and no, she already doesn't trust Carrie. So she will end up saving Layla from Cuckoo Carrie. Now I can also see that Spencer's like, I'm not going to have you do that alone. This is both of us. And they both end up
because they
going
will be in their honeymoon.
They'll be in their honeymoon
They will be
phase.
spending lots of time together.
Yes. And so he goes, I won't let you do that by yourself. This is both of us. And so that's when they both end up saving Layla from Carrie. Now, either scenario can happen, but this is what I see. No, if it happens, please, people, do not come and get mad at me because I predicted what y'all call negativity in the air. But it's already written, so I ain't got no choice around that.
You said it's already written.
Yeah, it's already written and filmed. And so then also I see this happening because some people talked about Spencer gets a letter that he's with his mom and Billy. Billy's with his other family right now at the James house. And so
He done got remarried and already with the new
already with the other family. It took him a hot second. My Lord said, I do. He said, let me go make sure my other family's correct and they're okay. Yes, okay, I see you, dirty one, but that's okay. So with that, you have some people believe that letter is that he's an All-American again. And that will allow for his recruiting to like open up in 4A. If so, they also believe he's getting an award. And so I think that Liv is going to be there for her man for her award, his award,
Absolutely.
be there in that space. And so what I'm saying to you, NK, while you got Liv all here being for him for awards and stuff, next season, I'm going to need Spencer to be there for Liv because I'm going to need you to explore Liv's like dance or her creativity in some way, that he's there to support her. I'm just saying, will be nice to see. This was nice to see. One other thing that we talked about was the football game, because there's that aggression that we saw in the promos between Spencer.
Yeah, the brawl. It looks like it's gonna be some type of fight.
Yeah, and what I have come to know about sports, and particularly about football, you need some aggression between the two teams. Right now, the two teams are they're like family. Seriously, they are. Because the fact that Billy used to coach Beverly Hills, Spencer used to be on Beverly Hills team, they're like a family. So there had to be some kind of aggression storyline. One of the things people have said that we know that Billy is going to be upset with Spencer. People think it's going to be about Liv. I think it's going to be about the fact that he finds out the truth about Jordan and Spencer training when they wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
And so with that, Billy, of course, is going to check Jordan about it. And that could be some reason why Jordan's upset, because why would you tell my dad if we were doing this behind the scenes moment? I don't know how Billy's going to find out, but he's going to find out. Which is funny because you and I did, I think either 11 or 13. I said, at what point will Jordan and Spencer tell Billy that they are secretly putting Jordan on the field against Dr. Wishes? And I said, that is very important for Billy to know, regardless of the recovery process.
I don't even know if they were planning on telling Billy, to be honest.
I don't think they were planning on it, but I wanted to know when they were, and somehow I believe that's what's going to be happening, and that's what he's going to get upset about, because of the fact that Jordan, was doing this behind, and he could have been more detrimental to his health. So even though he's okay, that still to hear that his son was doing all this behind his back. Even because remember, even in the episode where, and I want to say it was 14, even in the episode where Jordan had came to see Crenshaw play, one of the things that Billy said, I'm proud of you, that you have been taking your recovery seriously and you did not try to get on the field anytime sooner. And why would the writers purposely say that? Other than the fact that this will be probably connected to why Billy's angry with Spencer.
I agree.
Yeah. So those are my predictions right now. My other big one, I'm not going to tell. I'm just going to wait to see if it happens.
What? You're not going to
I'll tell you off. I'll tell you off recording.
You said the audience doesn't get this part.
They don't get this part.
That's really funny.
Happens.
So I like all of your predictions. Again, my only prediction is Spencer and Olivia honeymoon phase. For sure.
For sure. And I think it's going to last this one episode because it can go start some drama.
No, I think it's going to last for a couple episodes into season 4.
You think so? I'll give her that.
Yeah, I don't even think their first like fight as a couple is going to happen until like episode 4 or 5.
I need to see it.
Probably four.
I need to see it because Liv can match his energy.
She will clear. One of them is going to clear. I have a strong feeling it's going to be Liv. But yeah, so they will be in their honeymoon phase. So that we're going to get them together a lot. I think the fight is going to be Frosto starts it, because I can't imagine Jabari or Chris or anybody starting it, and it has to be between people that we know. So I don't understand how that's going to happen. But I think Frosto is going to get upset about maybe they again find out that Spencer has been helping Jordan in the betrayal and all that, and I think it will be about, like, Billy's issue with Spencer will be about helping Jordan out, because we know all he cares about is football, even though I would find it more interesting, not necessarily saying Billy would be in the right, but I would find it more interesting if he was upset about Spencer dating Olivia this soon into her recovery.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too, because I said that on Twitter. So, yeah, that's a good one, too.
And, yeah, I think the other thing is, yeah, something's going to happen to Coop, and that's going to be the major cliffhanger. This is more, again, of a want, but I just hope that we don't get Carrie dragged out, but we might. So, those are the major predictions.
And I get one more that I would like to say. This is not my big one, though. Yeah. I would love it if Laura and Grace simultaneously.
Yes, yeah. We talked about this.
Yeah, question both Spencer and Liv, like in their separate homes, about their relationship. I
would like to see it on my screen. First of all, I want to see the reactions of everybody, because we have been robbed of reactions as far as Spencer and Olivia go. People's reactions to them together, and we get this. What did I say? I was just like, wouldn't be surprised if Asher was like, "It's about time you two got together." No, I want to see genuine reactions, even though I truly don't think. I think Layla has been prepping herself for the two of them to be together, so I don't think she has bigger problems going on. So I don't think she's going to be like mad, upset, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But I do want to see reactions. Sure.
I literally want like Liv to just go like, "Mom, how was the honeymoon?" Blah blah blah, and I want the Lord to be like, "Well, that was good. Can you talk to me about your honeymoon?" She's like, "What?
Not your honeymoon."
Yeah, it's just like your honeymoon, you and Spencer, because
best friends have the best what?
Yeah, because she would probably hear it from Jordan, because Jordan got a loose mouth when it comes to his mom.
Really?
And so he probably like just let it slip out. And she's like, "Oh, really?" And then I would love for her to like mess with them.
I do. I want to see it.
Love to see it.
So those are my predictions. Yeah, and that is episode 18, and the last episode for a while. 19 is coming very soon.
This is my last 3B review, So thank you all. I appreciate it. I appreciate this. Well, Lexi appreciates the support, but I appreciate you all listening to me. So.
And that's a good point to say. Thanks for listening to Film Study. This has been a fun podcast, and stay tuned for the next episode, the finale review.